A better way to transform your business. Hello, I am dedicating this video to my wonderful mom who passed away on February 26th of this year. She was the bedrock of my life and gave me unconditional love. She taught me, through examples, many of the qualities that I hold dear and follow, such as integrity, love, kindness, and most importantly, have no expectations in return when I do something for someone. That last one, she was a master of, but I'm still learning. I dearly miss you and your laughter, Amma. Back to the video. When an organization considers transformation, it paints a current state picture, a future state picture, and then charts a course to get to the future state. On paper, that sounds great, but in reality, the success rate has been very low, especially in large legacy organizations. As an analogy, it's much harder to turn a larger ship than it is to turn a speedboat. Transformation is multidimensional, with agile approaches, digital literacy, automation, artificial intelligence, and cultural change, just to name a few. That takes a lot of coordination, all the while supporting your current customers. From an employee's point of view, you are expecting two diametrically different things from them. Work in the current environment to deliver value to the current customers. At the same time, think about a futuristic organization and how you would change. That's like saying you need the ship because it's stable and can hold lots of people, but you need it to maneuver like a speedboat. That's a great idea. How can you accomplish both? Employees are the most important part of transformation. If you can get people to transform, the technology and the business processes will follow easily. Employees fall under three broad categories. Category 1 are those that are happy with the status quo and do not want to change. They should keep their current roles so they can support existing operations, which they are experts in anyway. We can help them transform after the actual changes happened. Category 2 are those that are cautiously optimistic. They may be a smaller set initially, but they're critical for the momentum of change. They want to change, but are concerned with leaving their skills that made them the expert in the first place behind. This group must be supported and encouraged by providing them with the right learning environment and personalized guidance so they are ready for the future. Category 3 are those that are gung-ho about the future and want to be part of it. They want to be at the cutting edge, constantly improving themselves, acquiring new skills and leveraging their experience. If these people are not given the right environment, they will leave for better opportunities. Since they're the main drivers of change, you must retain them. As an analogy, you want to make sure that the current ship runs, but you want to use the speedboat to explore and innovate. And ultimately, you might end up with one or more yachts that are big and fast. Don't take this analogy too far though. Now to the mechanics of the transformation. One approach that's worked well is based on the principle of skunk works. This concept was introduced by Lockheed Martin in 1943 to build the first US fighter jet, the P-80 Shooting Star. Chief Engineer Kelly Johnson promised the Pentagon that he would deliver the jet in 150 days. His team did it in 143. 4 years later, another skunk work project created the U-2, a reconnaissance plane that could fly at 70,000 feet and take pictures, which helped to avert a war in Europe and the nuclear crisis in Cuba. Skunk Works is based on the philosophy of rapid innovation. Other Skunk Works successes have followed, even across other industries. They became the places where the smartest minds were given the time, freedom, and money to create fascinating things. Steve Jobs used the same concept to create Apple Macintosh, which eventually led the company to become a first trillion-dollar company in the world. Today, companies have tried to adopt the same philosophy to digital transformation with pretty good success. They form a smaller unit of the company as an independent entity within the main company. This smaller unit is like the speedboat compared to the ship, and can experiment and adapt with speed. Almost always, this unit is housed in a physically separate building, but in this age of remote working, it could be a virtual separation, which is much easier to achieve. The logical separation empowers the team to act boldly, to do whatever it takes to achieve its mission. Like a startup, the entity has a clear mission to solve specific problems. Their additional advantage is that it has the entire support of the organization, including the funding and knowledge, while at the same time has the flexibility to change quickly and reduce bureaucracy. They can leverage the expertise from the larger company as and when needed. The Skunk Works defines its own set of rules, is more agile, could use different processes, could use different technologies, and allow its people to work differently. Sound familiar? While it has a little bit of oversight, it has no bureaucratic processes. The leader owns the idea and empowers the team to deliver on it. The team sizes are small, 8 to 12 people, often called 2 pizza teams, because you can feed the team with 2 pizzas. While each team has a clear set of goals and performance measures, they collaborate with each other to work on an overarching business outcome that is architecturally consistent. So every team knows how they contribute to the bigger picture. With the Skunk Works isolated from the bureaucracy and the larger processes, more products are released on time, on shorter time frames, with new customer experiences imagined, and people talents are skilled at a much faster rate. This is because in a smaller setting, everybody is accountable to do their part, and there is a lot more transparency and collaboration. Everybody can see what's going on in a speedboat versus a huge ship. For digital transformation to scale, Skunk Works model must scale. Scaling happens by first starting a new Skunk Works project for new work, which is then absorbed into the main company. This cycle is repeated with multiple Skunk Work projects started, and the knowledge and content can be absorbed to slowly transform the organization or the main mothership. If you enjoyed watching this video, please consider subscribing. For a one-page visual summary of this video, sign up on my website. Thank you deeply for giving me the opportunity to do what I do.